married my sister, now we're living together. We're
roommates in law. Roommates in law.
Tim Smith, Tommy Schnee.
We are back. This is the Roommates in Law podcast. We are not roommates.
But we are good pals.
And we're not in-laws. But we are good
pals. I forgot. That was a line.
We are good pals. Great friends. Some of the best friends this world has ever seen.
Couple of friends. Even when Tom gets snippy with me.
When?
You got snippy with me the other day, remember?
Oh, we leading off with the saddest day I've had in a long time?
I mean, we're already in it.
We're kicking off with?
We're already in it.
Had a rough week this past week. A good friend and mentor of mine.
Is it mentor or mentor?
Mentor.
A mentor of mine, right?
I feel like a douchey Englishman when I say mentor.
Yeah. Oh, really? Mentor?
Yeah, I don't know.
A mentor of mine.
The more you say it, the more it sounds like not a word at all.
Yeah, that's weird when you do that.
Yeah. Mentor.
Say giraffe 200 times, you're like, that's not a real word.
Is that what you did today?
Yeah. I woke up at noon and started getting into the giraffe.
You're like, around 4, it stopped sounding like a word.
It just got wild. I started tripping my balls off.
Yeah.
What, is it super loud?
Is that too loud? I can turn it down a little bit.
Kind of blasting my eardrums there.
All right.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't have my headphones turned on. That's why it sounded very quiet to me.
You got it now?
Now it sounds good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the king, Louie Anderson, kicked the bucket last week, and
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I was having a rough day. And what, you came over?
Well, for those that don't know, you know Louie Anderson.
I know Louie.
You're just not some weird asshole that like has a weird connection to a celebrity you've never met.
Yeah. One time, me and Louie Anderson were on planes at the same time, different planes, but at the same time, flying across country. So I've always felt
TSA always talked about what a nice guy he was.
No, Louie was like the first big person I ever opened for. And
in Milwaukee, right?
No, Schaumburg.
Well, that was everybody's story. Was something about
what? Oh,
I opened for in Milwaukee for Louie. And
well, the gig fell through. But
19.
Never actually met him, but seemed great. That was all the tributes this week. I don't care if the person who posted that listens to this.
Dog shit post.
Fuck yourself for that post.
Shit post.
It's so weird because it's such a weird like I did see so many people post things that were admitting that they never knew him.
Yeah.
And I know this happens every time a celebrity dies, but for this, since I do know Louie and I was friends with him, I wanted to respond to all those.
Like, hey, you're a piece of shit. This joke sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I did one of those for Bob Saget. It went semi-viral.
Yeah. Which as a joke.
Yeah.
Will you read your tweet real quick?
Well, no, it was the one. It was
Bob Saget. When I started comedy, or what did you say?
It was something like that. When I started comedy, Bob Saget was 1,800 miles away in Los Angeles. I've never worked with him in any capacity.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah. See, that's perfect because that's basically what all these people are saying, but they mean it sincerely.
Yeah.
And it's such a bummer to read.
Well, it's the perfect. Jesselnick did it, where he's like, all it is don't forget about me today.
Yeah, that is.
Don't forget about little old me.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
I held back. I tried to hold back.
I think you kept it in the pocket. You didn't get annoying. Yeah. You didn't do some.
I posted
tribute.
My favorite clip of his.
Yeah.
And I posted the first email he ever sent me, which was really, really sweet.
And it was a no-context email. You didn't do the thing. You were like, this in 2016.
No.
He sent me this awesome email. It's inspired me. Dude, shut up.
No, I was just reading all our old emails and texts, and then I found that one.
Just hitting the boo-hoo button all day.
I was really crying. Because he was the best. I mean, it's like... You know, he was so mean to me in a great way. Like when we first met, like he was so like, you have to get better at this, which like rules.
Positive bullying.
Yes, like well, just like not beating around the bush. Like we're both from big families from St. Paul, Minnesota, so there was like an instant kind of connection. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Improv. That's literally why they paired me with them. I think we were with him. I think is. The owners of the Improv, they have some Minnesota ties. They love Louie. They knew I was from a big family. Just like it rules that it worked out like that.
Sure.
And and he ended up taking. I mean, he just like he would make me. This was brutal, but he would make me send him clips, and then he would call me, and we would watch them together.
Oh God!
And that was torture.
I mean, that's why would you? That sucks.
Because Louie Anderson's asking to do it.
Yeah, I mean, were you sitting
would
there?
do it
Is
too.
he going like? I mean, that joke stinks.
He goes, you can let go of that one. Does that? He would always ask, does that mean anything to you? Does that joke mean anything to you?
You can let go of that one.
Oh, he would say stuff. He'd go, Tommy, you gotta talk about things that mean something. I mean, does that mean anything to you? And I'd go, Louie, I kind of went out studying. He goes, Tommy, shut up. Does that mean anything to you?
Like, well,
I'd
I
go,
do
no,
look
not really.
like JFK's grandson.
Yeah,
Yes, that means something to me. What are you talking about?
it's a
Lou?
very personal joke, Louie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he would do shit like that. I mean, it was great. Like, again, no reason for him to invest time in me. He was just the best. But yeah, I had to open for a bunch of Zoom shows that he would do during the pandemic. Those
Birds
were
my
nightmares.
Birds, my goods.
Yeah, he was just the best. But I was in a dark place in my apartment on Friday.
Sweet Tim comes over.
Yeah.
I knew you were in a shitty mood.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I'll just be a goof when I get there. I walk in, it just reeks of pot. I'm like, ooh, Tom, smells like weed in here.
I go,
You didn't even look. You didn't even look at me.
Yeah,
You
I
go,
was
yeah,
crying.
Tim, I smoked weed. Didn't even look at me.
I was crying until 5 minutes before you got there. So
Yeah, Tim, I smoked weed. I was like, okay, well, now we're.
yeah, that was a.
What do we got
After
now?
you left, I was like, yeah, I came off kind of harsh there. I was just in a bad mood, and I was stuck on social media for too long because I was watching a bunch of the stuff that people were sharing about him, which there were some amazing stories. I want to tell that Bradenzel story.
Yeah, that one's
That's
great.
killer. But then I was hate watching so much stuff too.
Yeah,
Of like people just being like, I one time saw Louie
exactly one time.
on TV and it changed my life.
Yeah,
No, it didn't.
I just saw a clip of Louis for the first time 8 minutes ago.
and it changed
And this
my
guy
life.
was a legend. Shout out to the king.
Oh man.
Shut up.
That Brad Wenzel story though is my favorite. I think my favorite one I've read so far. Whereas Louis was doing a couple road gigs in Minnesota, and he brought two young comics to open for him, and they're in his car, and they're going through an Arby's drive-through because Louis liked to eat, and also I didn't need to say that everyone eats. And
This guy
he
loves
was
nutrition.
a famously large guy.
They read Arby's.
Yeah, he didn't
Arby's.
love nutrition, but they're at this drive-through, and the truck in front of them orders something that they didn't have. They were out of, and the guy couldn't get over it. He's freaking out. He's getting out of his car, yelling at the fast food worker. Always a good look.
Fucking roast beef sandwich.
Come on! No more Frosties? No, that's Wendy's, right?
Yeah. Home of the roast beef is Arby's.
Yeah. So he's freaking out, screams at the guy, ends up peeling off halfway through the drive-through. Louis gets to the window, and he goes, well, I'll have whatever that guy wanted. Just an incredibly timed
Such
joke.
a good line.
I mean, he was so quick. He was his panel appearances were like better than his stand up. Like cuz he could kind of
He
pick
just has
you
those
apart.
like, yeah, they're just full. And he's not like in a rush either. That's what's great.
He'll be like
He'll pick his spot really nicely and then just cut you right in half.
yeah, similar to my pal Tim Smith.
No.
You can really sit back, let someone make a fool of themselves.
Well, I have a gun to your head the whole conversation. You just don't know it.
It's just in my pocket. Oh my god.
And then the moment you misstep, yeah, I got to cut that out. That's a bad quality in a human being.
Nah, I mean it's a good quality in a comic though.
Okay, I'll take that.
Right?
I'll take that.
Yeah. That's but anyways, yeah. So R.I.P.
Tom got
Louis.
snippy, but then I said, "Hey Tom,
Yeah, he said, "Are you good?"
how we good? Are we good here, Tom?"
And I wasn't.
And then you started.
I started crying. You can say it. I know, dude. I was crying
No,
all
we
day.
talked it through.
I cried in a bar in public
I mean,
that night.
come on, we chitted and chatted.
Yeah, it was
figured
good.
it out, chopped it up.
It's I don't want to cry on the pod, so we're not going to talk about it that much. But it's just you start thinking about everything, you know.
It all comes back.
And there's so many things that like if you read texts and stuff, I'm like, That was a future plan. That was a future.
See, but
plan.
that's like a Black Mirror episode. It's like you got to get rid of that stuff because you can just live in this past life and drive yourself miserable.
Yeah. So
drive yourself insane.
I just had drive yourself miserable. Make yourself miserable.
Make yourself miserable. Drive yourself insane.
Why do you drive on a parkway and park on a driveway?
See, now we got something going.
We are cooking. Sorry, we started this pod on a sad note.
That's not a sad note.
I don't know, talking about death.
I mean, hey, it's part of life, Tom.
Yeah, it is.
We all got to deal with it. Our adults, our listeners are adults.
Yeah, you guys. Go watch Louie Anderson's Tonight Show debut.
Also try to find that dog shit Instagram status that we were referring to
Straight
earlier.
up. Oh.
Fucking the worst status.
First gig I was ever... I mean, I'm just going to... Can I just say it? I'm not going to say the name, but can I just say what it said?
Well, of course.
First major gig I was ever booked for was to open for Louie Anderson.
Huge lettering.
Huge lettering. Then smaller font down low. The gig fell through and it never happened and I never met him, but he seemed great. I mean, that is one of the lamest things I've ever seen.
What was
That's
that?
our zero of the week.
Zero
there it is.
Zero of the week.
That's our
is
zero
that
of the
status.
week right there is that post. Just if you're ever in a position where you think you need to post something about someone you don't know,
don't do it.
Don't do it. Take a second, take a lap, walk around the house. Don't do it.
Does this need to be posted?
Yeah. Does your connection to that person mean anything to anyone?
No.
No. Then don't post it.
Don't post.
God.
I mean, more times than not, don't post.
Yeah.
Unless you're me and it's Twitter and I'm just blasting dog shit out into the ether.
Honestly, that should be like if you bomb for long enough on the internet, there should be a button that it ends up plugging in like on Twitter where it's like when you hit tweet, it says, "Are you sure?"
Well, no, it needs to be a lock like on your phone if you hit the wrong code too many times.
Too many times.
Where it's like, all right, no tweeting you for 3 days.
Yeah, you haven't gotten a like in 7 tweets.
Let's regroup.
Yeah. Take a break.
Yeah.
Get some fresh air.
3 days, come up with one good one.
Yeah.
Instead of 8 bad ones every day.
Yes.
Like I do.
It's like it says like right when you tweet it, it's like, have you run this by a friend? You need someone else to co-sign it.
Yeah. Some of these people really blasted, but I can't say anything. I do it too. I love Twitter.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is.
You'll get a little bit out of it every once in a while.
Honestly, that's the only reason I use it.
If it gets 30 likes, I'm trying on stage.
If it gets 12 likes, it's in my act.
I'm closing with that shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think like every bit I've written in the last 2 years has been a tweet at some point.
Come from Twitter. Yeah. I love it. It's
or
a
like
free open mic.
Yeah, you can just like, if you're already doing the bit, you can try it as a tag then.
Yeah, that's the best.
It's great. But this weekend ended up being good. It was, did a lot, just got out there, did a lot of stuff.
Ratting around.
Had to.
Just full rat pig trying to get spots.
Yeah, I don't know if I was full rat pig. I was booked on Friday.
Oh, okay.
I did Zanies on Friday with Jeff Dye.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was at the world famous CG's Comedy Club
in Bolingbrook, Illinois.
You're not going to believe what the host did.
Oh no, what?
A classic riff.
Oh,
on what?
On the Skyline. On the
Skyline.
I've done that riff 3 times.
Yes.
I do it if I'm featuring there and the host doesn't do it. I do it because it's free money.
Oh, and I love this picture of Bolingbrook, and everybody's like,
all right, I don't say it like that.
Essentially, what's your riff?
I say it in a better way. I say it with better delivery. No, usually I just wait. I'll do it in the middle of my set. After a joke, I'll just turn and I'll say, yes, the Promenade. Because it says the Promenade of Bolingbrook, and it's the Chicago skyline.
Yeah.
I go, the Promenade. You live here? You live in this building? And I start doing that stuff.
Oh, you know what I did?
What?
Speaking of I couldn't believe I did it. I almost wanted to text you in the middle of my set. I was walking around. I was killing.
Yeah.
And I was just in a great mood. I was having fun. And I just walked over to they have the on the wall, the photo of the Chicago skyline.
Yeah.
And the 2 towers that kind of come off of the Willis Tower.
Yep.
They're kind of right there. I walked over to one. I went.
Why?
It got a big laugh, but I was like, "Oh, that's fully from Bo Burnham's special."
Oh yes, it is from Make Happy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
fully.
hilarious.
I was like, I got to
yeah,
text
but
Tom and let him
oh,
know I just
man.
ripped off Bo Burnham at
God,
CG's
I
Comedy
would have
Club.
booed you. Boo!
Just
You
throw
stink.
the album at me.
Yeah.
It was, but it was a
man.
fun time.
That's fun.
I fully blew the light by about 10 on the first show.
You went 10 minutes over on a 30-minute set.
Yeah, I did about 40.
That's not allowed.
That was a lot.
That's. Did you miss the light, or were you like just cooking?
I was cooking, and then I'm trying to close on that story,
Yeah.
and it was bombing. So
You start sweating a little bit.
Oh,
Story gets longer somehow.
I'm trying to find. I'm like, then I'm like riffing more.
Which always helps. You're like, well, I'm bombing. Let me try a couple things off the cuff.
Yeah, let me try a bunch of lines I've never said before. So I'm just trying to find my way out of this fucking thing, and I'm like, well, I can't end on that. So now I got to end on this joke. And I get off.
But the joke is 3 or 4 minutes, right?
I mean, it's not a short one.
Sisters, yeah.
It's not a short one. Mm-hmm. So he started giving me the fucking.
Oh, he was waving.
Yeah.
He was waving the light.
Yeah.
That's a bad feeling.
Because he was waving the light, and I was like, well, I still got to do this.
You're like, no, I know. No, I'm fully aware of what's happening
I know.
here.
It's like, I'm in a bad spot here.
Yeah.
Glenn. I fucked up,
I'm
Glenn.
at the bottom of a well right now, and I got to climb out of it.
Sisters saved my ass, and then I got the hell out of there, and I apologized profusely, and then I left immediately.
Boy.
Did 40 on a feature.
On a 30-minute feature set. 30 is already long for a feature set.
30's pushing it.
Yeah. I usually do like 27 to 28, mostly because I don't have the time, but also because the first time I was there, I ran
I like
the
to
light
go
pretty
under
hard.
just to be a nice guy.
Well, the first time I ran the light pretty hard, and Glenn gave me a hard time.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was fine with.
He was like fine about it afterwards, but right when I got off stage, he was like, "You ran the light," and I was like, "I know."
I just went up to him immediately. I was like, "I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know that was
That's
way
the way
long.
to do it.
My B. I wasn't like, wait, what?
What?
Wait, when you threw the light on the stage, that
Yeah. When you screamed my name from the back of the room,
stage.
everyone turns like, "Isn't that the guy who sat us?"
Christ, yeah, dude's pissed.
Oh man, that's fun though.
It was actually a pretty fun weekend.
Good.
Had a good time.
I got to open for Jeff Dye, just the hottest man in comedy,
JD,
and his crowd.
all
is
hot.
Just hot.
Hot people find each other, Tom.
It's crazy. It's like
hot people aren't going to go listen to an ugly person.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's
Like,
why
no.
I'd never watch Jeff Asmus. I'll never do it.
It's just they're not gonna.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It was very weird. Well, also the problem is or not problem, but I think one of the explanations, he like has lived in the reality TV world a little bit. So those fans, like he has like hot girl fans from that, I think too.
They sound smart.
They're great. They're very good comedic brains. They were actually great.
Wait, so what's this story of Jeff Dye? I heard this on a podcast like 13 years ago. He stole like some sports memorabilia from something.
I'm gonna butcher
like a
this.
football.
No, he stole a Hall of Famers jersey that was up at a bar in Tampa.
Yeah, right. It was like a Fuddruckers or
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that.
He told this on This Is Not Happening.
Yes. Okay.
And it's a great. I mean, it's like one of the most popular This Is Not Happening. So I'm gonna butcher this because he doesn't tell it on stage anymore. So I've only watched the video like once, but he stole a jersey, and then the next day brought it back and told them that he stole it, and then that night he stole it again.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of
didn't
like
they
a
want to
real
like
heist.
press charges? Weren't they like
Well, I
trying
think
to
the
send him
second
to
time
jail?
I don't think he returned it,
Oh, okay.
and then he told that story.
Incredible.
Yeah, but he definitely got in some shit for it.
Yeah, I thought it like turned into something.
I think it did. I don't know.
Well,
I'm butchering this.
Well,
but
this is good listening.
just go watch Jeff Dye's
yeah.
This Is Not Happening. It's an incredible story. On Friday on the Late Show, somebody yelled that out. Somebody was like, towards the end of his set, he was like, "I got to get out of here soon." Someone goes, "Tell the Jersey story."
Tell a Dan Marino story.
He was like, "It's like a 20-minute long story." No. And
They're
then,
like, oh.
yeah, it was, yeah.
That person really worked up the courage.
He was like, "Oh, shit, that was dumb."
Fucking yelling. No, I'm not doing that. Thanks for coming, though.
Also, that's such a lame thing at a comedy show to be like, I've heard Gaffigan talk about this, that the people have like kind of heckled him to tell Hot Pockets.
Yeah. I can see that. That's a great joke.
It's an incredible joke, but it's like, it's kind of like, hey, you came to see me. Don't you want to see what I'm doing? What I'm working on?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. I saw your clip online, and it was the only thing I ever saw of you.
I just want to hear you say, hi.
Yeah.
Lizzy and I went to dinner last night, and have you done this?
You had a full date day, right?
Well, date day consists of canoodling on the couch during the day.
Throw a movie on.
Toss on Ozark.
Okay.
Watch all the episodes. And then it's Din Din at night.
Okay.
So we went and got Din Din. And where there's a table that's just so annoying right next to you. Yeah. And you can't help but listen to their conversation the whole time.
It overpowers whatever you were going to talk about.
I don't, whatever I was about to say is completely.
You just end up leaning in.
Yeah.
To
I'm
their
just
table.
like, yeah. Like,
what did they have going on?
Nothing. They're two of the most boring people.
It was only two people and they were annoying?
I just hated
that. Takes a lot.
And it was two girls, and they just kept being like, the whole conversation was like, she was like, I just love to ski. And the girl was like, skiing is the best. And she was like, I just love it. I go all the time. And they're like, where? And they're like, Vail. I love Vail. And it was just that the whole
kill
time.
Them. Oh my God. You should be able to file a complaint.
I know. I almost asked the waiter, like, can we move?
Yeah.
I'm going to kill one of these women. And they're hitting him with like the classic lines, like he like was trying to give him the dessert menu, and they're like, we usually drink our dessert.
Ugh.
And then he has to, do the. I know what you ladies are looking for.
Yeah.
You ever had a coffee martini? And they're like, I love coffee martini.
Espresso martinis
or whatever the fuck it is. Lizzy had to be like, pay attention.
And you're like, I can't.
I was like, I'm fuming with anger.
I'm hate listening right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Gross. I mean,
and then the people on the other side were talking about stand-up and improv.
How did you not listen to that the whole time?
So, this guy's got a show at Annoyance. He's all excited. They were shitting on stand-up. Oh.
They had no idea.
I know. I almost dumped
They had no idea there was a tiger walking behind them the whole time. I mean,
Lizzy was pissed.
Oh, that's so. It just ruins date night.
I mean, because
these girls are over here talking about how cool skiing is, and this schmuck has his first gig at the Annoyance, and you want to be like, "Hey, buddy, it's not gonna work out."
Yeah. Hey, I guarantee you're not any good.
Yeah, I can tell by the way you're talking. You're too pumped about this goddamn improv show.
I mean, they were like cheersing to it, and doing all this shit. God. I was like, no one's gonna show up.
No one's showing up.
Your friends are showing up for the first show.
Yes.
And then never again.
You're gonna feel like a superstar after that first show, but I am getting a sense they already came to that Second City graduation class show, so that part is over.
Trust me, it's gonna fall by 50% every show.
It's gonna get dark for a little bit here. You just take them under your wing. You're like, hey, buddy, this next 6 months is not gonna go how you think it's
gonna hurt very badly.
You will not be showcasing for Lorne Michaels in the next 4 months. I know you think right now. You think you're about to.
He thinks what he's doing is original and new, and he's got full main character syndrome right now.
Oh yeah,
he's on the start of his big brand new journey, and everything's gonna go great.
We've all been there,
and it's not.
It's not. It's not gonna be great for a long time.
It's gonna hurt.
But like where I'm at right now is kind of incredible, and it's all good.
Thank God everything worked out perfectly for me.
It's kind of all highlights right now.
Haven't had a low in forever.
I definitely didn't get buried so hard on Saturday night by T. Murph.
Oh, yeah.
I had to follow the most famous person in Chicago comedy, probably, right?
I don't know. McGann sold out 3 shows.
McGann,
at the Vic.
yeah. But he's not in the scene. He's not dropping
He's
it at the
above
Laugh
the
Factory.
scene.
He's out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
In the Chicago scene,
probably, yeah, T. Murph.
There's not a harder person to follow. I don't think. Asmus is up there. I don't like following that idiot.
Yeah, it's got to be T. Murph.
T. Murph is, the last 3 minutes of his
stage.
set. Yeah, the last 3 minutes were not like punch, 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 laugh, laugh, laugh. It was like punch, laugh, punch, laugh.
Yeah. And now they're all just making noise at each other.
Everyone's yelling and clapping and shit. And then he's like, I'm on TV. See you guys later. And he gets off stage and they're like, all right, next up, Tom Schnee. And I get up there and I'm like, so I ran into my ex-girlfriend back home.
And everybody's like, oh. I was
like, boo, you
Jesus
stink.
We were just having so much
Dude,
fun.
It was about 4 minutes of me cooking through about 12 minutes of material.
Sure, yeah.
Just throwing everything, seeing. And they finally came around, but it was like really rough.
Did they not want to give it to you, or was it just they weren't ready for the energy
shell
change?
shock. Yeah, it was just.
Well, they thought the show was over.
Yeah, people were just kind of smiling at me.
He seems sweet.
Yeah, he's also doing it. He's
seems
doing
like a
stand up
sweet
too.
boy.
Yeah.
I'm glad they gave this guy a shot.
Yeah. And I was just like kind of looking at them like, come on. Now I'm into like the material where it's supposed to be hitting now.
I hate to tell you this, guys. I'm playing the hits right now.
Oh God, it was rough. And there's like so many comics that I know are in the room watching.
Hate that.
And I'm just like, oh God. I got thrown up at the last minute. Wasn't on the show.
Rat pig.
Rat pig. I was rat pigging on Saturday.
There we go.
Yeah, I was being a rat. But it's like, it worked perfect. I showed up. I go, Saturday, 7 and 9. If I stay for the 7 and 9, someone's going to not show
Somebody
up.
will, absolutely.
Got on both shows. People
Well, don't broadcast this.
Sorry, it never
works.
was because I was actually booked the whole time.
You were booked the entire weekend.
Yeah, I shouldn't. The only people that listen to this podcast are comics. Next Saturday, there's going to be 42.
Joe's going to be like, what the fuck are y'all all doing here?
Fuck, my bad.
Yeah. Well, God damn it, Tom. We'll edit that out.
Yeah, we might have to.
But yeah, the Team Earth follow is never an easy thing. I think the worst move is to try to like riff your way out of it.
Yeah.
I hate when you see people try to be like, look what a piece of shit I am now.
Yeah, reflecting on it, I talked to Jeff about it on Sunday. And
JD or JA?
Because we were talking about, he's friends with Team Murph.
Okay.
Jeff Dye. And he's like, yeah, that's just so hard to follow. And I was like, he's like, did you call it out? And I was like, I gave it like a little bit. Not really. I said, like, give it up for Team Murph. I'm not on TV.
The host is like, the fuck,
and
dude?
Yeah.
No shout out for me, the host?
No, I did not. And he was like, yeah, you're so drastically different, you might want to call it out. But I don't know. I've also seen just going straight into material being the best route.
Well, because like, what's the riff? What would you
Probably
do?
like, he took all of my material. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. You know, something like that. I've done that before. Where like, if I follow like,
well,
like
you
like,
made this mistake in Skyline, where you're like, well, there goes all my.
Oh yeah, but that hit.
It hit, but then you made a sworn enemy. After
serious
that.
enemy. No, we're pals now. But the guy did all syphilis material for like 6 minutes before he got off stage. It bombed. And then I got up there and I was like, well, shit, guys. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I was going to do 20 minutes on syphilis. And that got a pop.
Here's the question.
What?
Did yours get a pop because that
it bombed? That's it. Yeah, because they were like, no, don't you dare talk about T. Murph. We loved him.
Like, no, we were just shitting our pants while he was on stage.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe that's it.
Don't say that you have a bit about zombie gangsters, because you don't.
I do. I definitely do. They're like, no, you didn't.
Don't you dare say you do.
God, he is really incredible.
He's a very
I just finally watched Woke for the first time.
It's super good.
It's a really good show.
And he's awesome.
He's really good.
I was really sucking him off one night, but I meant it.
It's such an aggressive phrase. I love it.
Well, I mean, that's what you do when you're gushing over somebody. But it was genuine gush. He's very good. He's very, very good.
He's a really good actor in it.
You would never think like, how did this guy?
No, he's great.
He's right in the mix.
Yeah,
he's very good.
Yeah, he's gonna be huge.
Kind of already. I mean,
he's successful already.
Yeah, he's doing.
What do they have? 3 seasons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
pretty
fine.
big show. Pretty big people on it.
Yeah,
he's cooking.
Yeah, go watch Woke on Hulu. Lamorne Morris from New Girl, Blake Henderson from Henderson or Anderson. I always forget because in Workaholics they did that annoying thing where they made all their names very close to their real names.
It's like Always Sunny. They all have the same names except Glenn Howerton.
Well, because there's no way his character could have been named Glenn Howerton.
Well, also he didn't want to, because they're all the same thing, but he was like, my character is so deplorable.
It's so douchey.
I don't want to even be close to it.
Yeah, but like in Workaholics, it's Adam
Durs.
Yeah, that's Anders Holmes.
Yeah,
but his real name is Anders Holmes, right?
I think so.
And then it's Adam Devine is Adam DeMamp, and then I think it's Blake Henderson is his real name, and Anderson is his. I don't know. Either way, he's on Woke too, and it's a great show.
Watch it. Check it out. It's pretty good.
Go check it out.
Check it out. What you got over there, Tom Schnee?
Here's something that happened today. Yesterday, I left my AirPods in an Uber. I asked to plug them in. You know, I was like, hey, can I borrow your charger? I did a classic. It's more of an airline mistake usually. I threw them in the backseat pocket.
What?
Well, they were charging. And the charger was super short, so it didn't make it all the way to me. So I just kind of tucked them in there.
Boy, you're asking for a disaster.
I know. Because, like, have you ever put something in a plane pocket? I mean, that's gone
It's
forever.
gone.
Yeah.
The moment it goes in there, it's gone.
It's disappeared.
You'll never remember that.
I left an MP3 player on a plane when I was like 9 years old. I'll never put anything in a back pocket again.
Never again.
But I did it in the Uber yesterday.
And you got right out.
And I got out, and then I realized about 4 hours later, I'm like, I don't know where my AirPods are. Oh, they're... Yep,
I know exactly
where they are. So I text the guy, call the guy, can't get a hold of him. Finally hear from him this morning, and he goes, I don't know if this is a dumb instinct to me. He goes, when do you want to come pick them up? I'm in Noble Square or whatever. And my instinct was like, no, you're the person who drives.
Yeah, you come to me now.
Yeah.
Uberman.
It's such a shitty reaction, but
You're in your bed like, no.
yeah, I'm like in a big fluffy bathrobe.
You pay for my mistake.
I was very confused. I don't know why. It was such a shitty first reaction. I didn't expect him to say that.
You expect me to clean up my mess?
I was like, but this was your fault. No, it wasn't. That was my fault.
You had the short charger.
But it was your charger, and that was very nice of you.
Yeah, you were doing me a solid.
Huh.
But still, I need you to bring it over.
And then I threw this and I go, for $20, would you drive it to my apartment? And he goes, because I got a really good parking spot right now, and I don't want to move my car.
Is it the one that I got you?
No, I drove after that. But that was a good spot. I appreciate you.
It's a great spot.
Yeah, I got another good one right on the street.
Huge.
And when it snows, it's really, you can't give up your spot.
Yeah.
And so I gave him 20, and he came in and he delivered them for $20. And I was just like, I'm a piece of shit. But it was such a funny thing to me. I'm like, no, you're the one who drives, though. Because I also wanted to be like, are you going to be out and about today?
Yeah. Just stop by.
Because this is your job? I don't know if that's so shitty.
Well, here's what you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to get in a huge argument with your Uber driver and then forget your phone.
You've never done that, though.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you forgot your phone.
After like getting into it with him.
What'd you get into it about?
Well, he was like bitching at Lizzy.
For what?
Like, because I put her in the car first. I was going around. Because it was one of the things where like you order the Uber, but maybe it's off by like a block.
Oh, yeah.
So he's all hot and bothered about this little issue, and we finally get him over here. I put Lizzy in the car. He starts yelling at Lizzy, and I get in the car, and I had had a beer or two.
One.
And he's like, I mean, I could have just canceled on you guys. And I was like, oh no, we'd have never found another Uber in the city. Holy shit! If you'd have canceled, we'd have been fucked.
You just let him have it.
Oh, I was going in on this guy. Lizzy finally had to be like, stop. Dude, because he was like being a dick to Lizzy, and Lizzy was like, "Hey, we're so sorry," just being sweet. So of course, I'm just laying into this guy. We get out of the car. I realize the next time, I was like, I don't. So I had to like find him.
Oh,
and let me tell you something. My man took his time.
How long?
I didn't have my phone. Like it was like, because I think they have X amount of time to get it back to you. And I think he gave me my phone back within like 30 seconds of hitting that window.
Oh my God.
And we didn't say shit to each other.
Of course.
He stuck it out the window.
He's like, I'm pretty sure the last thing you said to me was go fuck your mother.
Yeah, you piece of shit. I fucking hope you die tonight.
Shit, I left my phone.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Instantly. I'm so sorry.
I actually do remember this night because it was the night before we put out a Roommates-in-Law episode, and I was sending you versions of it, and I get a text from Lizzy's phone saying, "Hey, send Roommates-in-Law stuff here. My phone is in an Uber." But I didn't get the whole story till later.
There it is.
Yeah, that was it.
Lizzy and I were in Bodega Sur sending those texts. I remember because I was freaking out. It was wild. Here's another one. Lizzy, she wears a bunch of different like necklaces, and she has this little clasp thing on the back that like makes them so they don't get tangled and whatnot.
Okay.
And it's a magnet, and Lizzy lost all of her necklaces. She like freaked the fuck out because she was trying to put it on in an Uber. We call the Uber. It's a gentleman that English is not his first language, so we're having a tough time. He
Okay.
gets his daughter on the phone, and we're like, hey, these necklaces mean a lot to her. Would you mind just go checking the car? She goes out and checks. She's like, I don't see it anywhere, blah, 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 blah. And she goes back inside. She's like, well, just let me go check one more time. It somehow fell out of Lizzy's lap and magneted onto the side of the car, on the outside of the car.
The
All of her necklaces were just
they're
magneted
just
to this,
all stuck on the outside of a car.
to
This clasp
a Nissan Altima.
is working wonders.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
First of all.
And he was like, oh, I cruised around all night. This was just blowing in the wind for 6 hours.
a couple people were like, "That's a weird car decoration."
Interesting. Okay. It's in a weird spot too. It was like below the door.
That's insane.
And then we went out
How
there.
lucky.
And they were like, it was like out in the burbs. We had to go get it.
Yeah.
They were like, you want to come in for dinner? And we were like, no.
For dinner.
Yeah.
Wow. Sweet people.
Incredibly kind.
And you said no.
Absolutely.
Didn't think about it.
I mean, are you out of your mind?
I would never go in there.
No.
I probably would. If I was by myself, I would probably say yes.
They're like, oh, come on in. And we're like, no.
No.
This is how bad things happen.
No, nothing bad would have happened. You would have had a nice family dinner.
I don't know, Tom.
What do you think bad was going to happen? His daughter was there.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Families don't do stuff like that.
Okay, you ever heard of the Manson family, Tom?
Never. Never heard of them. Only Charles.
Well, he had a couple of disciples, and they were up to no good. Let me tell you that.
That was. Were they actually his family though, or it was like he just called them his children, right?
Yeah, no, they
And
weren't.
wives
They
and
weren't his
stuff.
kids. They
Yeah,
were
it was
just
a cult.
18-year-old.
You know, there's like still like very active cults today.
Sure, I think they'll always be around.
Yeah.
People are always looking for somebody to accept them.
God, I was just talking to someone who has like a sister in a cult or
Jessica Misra.
something. Yep, that's you were there.
That's exactly who
I'm
it was.
sorry if we're outing you, Jess. I was like, I just had this conversation. Yeah, there's like a million cults in California still.
Well, I mean, people are still going to eat acid and hate their
I
parents.
thought you were definitely going to eat ass there. Like, yeah, for sure. That's a big cult thing.
Yeah, I guess, dude. But, people are going to...
What are you doing right now?
Get in this chair. People are going to eat acid and want acceptance and hate their mom.
Yeah.
And that's where you
For
go.
the
You go
rest
to a
of the
cult.
time, you go to a cult, I guess, and marry someone with 7 wives
Yeah.
already.
It's always some weird shit like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, we really.
Well, we asked
outed-
what kind of cult it was, and she was like, it was like religious and like, there's like a lot of people out there in California. And Twyman goes, yeah, that's a cult.
Checks out.
Twyman had a couple of great lines that night.
Yeah, she's funny.
She is funny.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's kind of all I got.
Yeah.
Hey, do you I keep getting in these scenarios where I'm like, I should have COVID again.
You probably do.
I just tested negative.
At home test?
At home test, yeah.
Pretty sure those are just
Yeah.
nonsense.
And I just
pants.
spit on it from a distance.
Yeah, you just like blew a fart near it. That's enough DNA to test.
But like,
I mean, there were a couple times where I was like sick
and testing negative.
and testing negative.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like,
there's-
okay,
yeah. I mean that wedding that I was at in Costa Rica.
I believe
It's like 15 people from there got COVID, and 13 of those I shared a weed pen with at some point.
Well, that's what we did shooting the God and Angel thing.
Oh yeah, when I definitely had Delta. That was Delta at that point.
Yeah, that's when it was serious.
And we all shared drinks and pens and all that
we were
shit.
partying.
It's what I've tried to make that work on stage, and
What?
I was like yeah, and I was like my buddy got it, and we were sucking each other off all weekend. That's what I call sharing weed pens.
Has it hit?
It didn't the one time I tried it.
Sucking off is intense.
Sucking off is hilarious.
It is very intense.
That's what I call sharing pens. I don't know, that was funny
Sucking
to
each
me.
other. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I think I said sharing cigarettes, which doesn't really make sense because I don't really smoke cigarettes and we don't share cigarettes.
Yeah, the weed pen makes more sense.
Yeah. So maybe we'll give it another shot.
Give it
don't know.
600 more times.
Yeah, 600 to 700 more times. But yeah, I mean, I know I've had friends that I've hung out with face to face that have gotten it in the past 2 weeks. I should be getting it.
Yeah. I don't
know.
Unless I'm like feeling like total dog shit. What am I going to do here, Tom?
I don't know. It's
Am I supposed to just keep buying tests for the rest of my life?
Yeah, I have spent so much money on at-home tests.
All out.
Well, we got 4 coming. We got 4 coming.
Oh boy.
Do you think those will ever actually get here?
No.
The free. Did you register for them?
No.
Oh, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I figured. I've bought so many of them. I'm like, let's get 4 free ones if Uncle Joe's actually sending them.
Still have 2 more at the apartment.
Yeah.
And I think those will just be the last 2.
These will be the last 2. I don't have it from here on out.
I'm done with it.
I just don't have it.
I'm sorry.
You're just like deathly ill at some point, and you're like, I don't have it.
No, I made this decision 6 months ago. It's not real to me anymore.
It does suck so much.
It did beat my ass the first time.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
You just mean? Well, me and this girl at Walgreens, I think they probably put a limit on it after us too, because she was like, "Can I have 10 tests?" I was before. I was like,
I thought they were supposed to.
I'll take 4. And they were just, and the people. I mean, they were just. If 3 more people would have done that, they were out.
Yeah,
completely, and that would have been kind of fucked up. But you
yeah.
get to the front of that line, and you're like, "Fuck these people."
Right? Because you do want to. On paper, we're all compassionate like that, where we're like,
how dare
there should be enough tests for everyone.
Remember that story of that dipshit, like right when everything came out, and he like bought. This is exact. He bought like $80,000 worth of hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah,
and was just gouging the prices on everybody.
Yeah, but he was reselling it on Amazon.
Yeah,
for like I think it was like what $80 a bottle or something like that. What a piece of shit. I mean, he's Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, that's
the same. It's the same shit.
Pharma douche.
That guy's like a real life supervillain.
100%. And it was so because like when was he relevant?
What was that? 5 years ago?
And an article just came out, and it just said "pharma douche," and I knew exactly who they were talking about.
Yeah,
it does, and like it's Martin Shkreli's like in like the small print under the major headline, and it's like "pharma douche" added again.
Well, here's a question. I saw like recently he had to pay back like $60 billion in profits.
Billion? No.
Million maybe. He lost something big recently.
Yeah.
My question is like, where does that go?
That's just a judgment. He doesn't have that money.
Yeah, where does it go?
Where's it coming from? He doesn't have that money.
No one
anymore.
who got fucked because they couldn't afford insurance and then their out-of-pocket pay was super high. No one is like seeing that money.
No, it's a gesture. It's like when a serial killer gets charged with 44 life sentences.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same shit.
Everyone's like, we're punishing him.
Well, we stuck it to him.
And then there's all these people that are like, well, I spent my life savings on medication that he jacked the prices up on.
Yeah.
So
I'd like a little of that back. And they're like, well, that's not going to happen.
They're like, let's not get crazy.
Like, but
okay.
No, we're not going to reimburse you.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. But I mean, like, all that money that he had is gone. I mean, he bought that, like, Wu-Tang album for $3 million. Like, he wasn't saving it.
All those people now that got fucked on medication are like, I own part of the Wu-Tang album.
Like, it's actually a fire album. This is all worth it.
It's actually kind of huge.
Because I think they were trying to get that album back because when they sold it to him, I don't think they realized who he was.
I can't believe that was the key purchase that he made.
Got to get a $2.5 million album.
I mean, that dude listening to Wu-Tang is such a lame image.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I think I'm gonna corner the market on this new diabetes drug.
Boy, does love hip hop. This guy's got a real funky beat.
Oh my god,
that guy sucks ass.
Sucks.
But it is fun that like he's just completely and forever dubbed
Pharma douche.
Pharma douche. And they always give him a real shit photo in the.
It's always like as he's leaving the courthouse, like
yeah, and he looks just like kind of shitty.
Yeah,
I love that.
It is funny to see the photos people choose for bad stories is a hilarious little troll.
Yeah, it's a fun little jab.
Because like back in like maybe the 90s when like tabloids really blew up, or 80s, whenever that was. I don't know. I wasn't alive. Sure. What was high school like?
I don't know. Tabloid. I was a big tabloid guy.
Like those pictures, like They were always so shitty too. You know, it's like Paris Hilton leaving a car and she kind of looks shitty. She looks like a mess. But like, there was a chance like that was the only picture they grabbed. You know,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, what was the one that had Britney Spears and just like her full
Oh yeah,
and like what a dick move.
such a dick move.
He saw that photo and he's like, I got it.
That's it.
He probably sold it for $500,000.
Yeah, back then you probably could sell pictures. Now that's one thing that technology and social media did kind of like. Paparazzi is not.
Don't really exist anymore.
Well, they can't make money off it because it's like people just put shit on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's like not just like the shitty stuff, but it's like you want to know like what Justin Bieber was up to that day. And it's like, look on his Instagram. He posted everywhere he was at.
Right.
It's like that. It's not that.
It's not like, ooh, we caught him in the Gucci store.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, he's paid to be there, first of all. And yeah, it's like you can't like break a story. That's probably good.
That's
Paparazzi is a
one
really
good thing.
nightmare of a situation, I feel like.
Those people are just absolutely blood-sucking parasites.
Yeah.
Just the worst version of a human being. Is that shit.
You've seen Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping, right? Have we talked about
a
this?
long time ago.
God damn it.
I
It's
know.
one of my favorite. That and Hot Rod, both Lonely Island movies. They're just, they parody TMZ so well in it. Because they're all just losers.
Yeah.
In the TMZ office. Just.
It's like on Mr. Deeds. Remember Mr. Deeds?
Oh, yeah. And they just beat the shit out of.
So funny.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Deeds is a great movie.
Boy, I watched The Wedding Singer the other day. That was
Also,
on date day.
That movie holds up.
We laughed the whole time.
It's another kind of
It is
only punchline movie.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things that wouldn't fly now.
Like what?
I mean, at one point they're just really blatantly ripping on fat people.
Sandler movies kind of do that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they some things where people would be like at one point that kid. Remember when they're slow dancing? He like grabbed Drew Barrymore's ass.
The kid does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she like looks uncomfortable, and Adam Sandler's like, just go with it.
Oh yeah.
You know, like that would never work
Yeah.
now.
Because it's like she's dancing with like the high
nerd
schooler,
kid.
right? Yeah.
And he like fully grabs her
Yes.
ass.
Yeah.
But then everyone starts grabbing everyone's ass.
Yeah. In my head, I'm picturing that actor being the same as the kid in Matilda who eats the whole.
It is the
chocolate.
kid.
Is it the same guy?
It is the same guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's his name in Matilda again? Come on, George.
Come on,
No.
you fat sack of shit.
That's what they say.
That's essentially what they say.
Shit, eat that cake. No, it's come on, Georgie. Maybe I don't know. That's a great scene though.
Honestly, I didn't even remember. Lizzie's the one that showed me that because we had
it
this
came up
conversation
yesterday?
during.
Wow.
She's like, "Yeah, this is the kid that ate the thing in Matilda,"
Yeah, it is the same.
and I was just like, "Yeah,"
Wow.
trying to pretend like I knew what she was talking about.
You don't know Matilda?
No,
That's a great movie.
she's big on Twitter.
Who?
The girl that played her.
Really? Mm-hmm. You're hoping for a retweet?
I'm trying to get an RT out of here, Tom. I'm doing anything for an
It's
RT.
a great Matilda is a great movie. Kind of a premise that has not been done. And it's a great
I got to tell you
movie.
something, Tom. I don't know
All right, we don't need to talk
the
about
story
Matilda
of
then.
Matilda at all.
Never mind. She's a gifted child. She's magic a little bit. She has brain powers.
Okay.
And there's one
I
of the
know
best
the little
villains.
actress, cute kid.
Yeah. Well, now she's big on Twitter. Apparently, I just learned this.
Couple RTs.
Yeah, it's a great movie. We don't need to talk about it, but you should watch it. And then I'll watch one of the 497 movies that I haven't seen.
Breaking my heart. I got to get you a little list.
I listened to one of our old episodes, and it was really bad.
What do you mean?
Not the whole
just
thing.
a bad episode? Just sucked, honestly, Tim.
No, it was like a lot of you making references and me not getting them. And I was like, damn it, I need to watch some movies.
You got to get some movies in your life, Tom.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're watching. What are you doing?
I
You
don't
on TikTok all day?
I don't watch. No, I work all day. What do you mean all day? God, you just sounded like you were 1,000 years old. What are you on TikTok all day?
Yeah, on the TikTok.
Oh my God, I'm surprised you didn't call it Tic Tac. God.
TikTok's off my phone.
Yeah, it's smart.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah, I'm just as addicted to Instagram. I'm addicted to my phone, dude. It's bad.
I think I am too.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm looking at Instagram for hours in a day.
That sucks.
Well, it's you get a pop once you're about to start posting these reels more consistently.
Well,
And
I'm in the chat.
oh yeah, I'm doing that too. Our group chat is on Instagram. That doesn't help.
That does not.
But
help.
you're about to get in these reels games, and it's addicting. I mean, it's TikTok. It's the same thing as TikTok.
Yeah.
It's the same. They have the same algorithm. It's like pushes things to go viral, and then you're getting random people following you. You want to check who follows you. Because I have this thing where
dopamine.
Oh
God.
I have this thing too where like everyone who follows me, I know you do the same thing. But everyone who follows me, I check because I'm like, what if this is a famous movie producer?
And you're like, 197 followers, Mobile, Alabama. Fuck.
No, you're useless.
Just some
which is
piece
so
of
bad
shit.
because these are the people that are gonna end up listening to the pod. So I appreciate the follows.
And look what you're doing.
I mean, I appreciate it.
Alienating half the people.
No,
that
we
listen.
love it. Send in some messages.
Unbelievable, Thomas.
I do love the people that message the Roommates-in-Law Instagram and give us feedback on the pod. That is fun. So if you want to do that, please do that.
As long as it's positive, don't be a dick.
Send bad stuff too. It helps the algorithm. Send anything.
No.
If you hate us,
You be
tell
nice.
us. No, it'd be fun if people were mean to us.
Why?
I don't know. Have you ever seen that one YouTube video that I've just gotten trashed on? I used to share the comments a lot, but I stopped doing it. I still get them.
Oh, where it was.
It was
just
like a very early joke. I mean, I honestly still tell it, but it's a dumb like Normandy feminism joke, and it for some reason a year
joke.
after I posted it went viral on YouTube, and
makes sense.
just YouTube comments are only negative.
Yeah.
They're only negative.
Yeah.
There's very few people saying great job. People either just like it or
They're
if
like, well, let me say something devastating.
yeah. I mean, it's getting picked apart.
Well, and it's also not like not for me. It's like I hate this man.
Oh yeah.
This man deserves to die by firing squad.
What gave you the idea that you should pick up a microphone?
Yeah,
Like,
shit like that. You're
I'm
like,
like,
whoa.
oh, I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe I shouldn't
Decent
have. But
point. Jesus.
I'm getting
Christ.
a lot of these ones. I had something pop on Instagram about the white emojis, using white emojis,
Mm-hmm.
and so many people. I'm having there's white supremacists
God, I was
coming,
about to say, I
coming out
already
of the
know.
woodwork, where they're like, "What? So you can't be proud to be white anymore?" I'm like, first off, no, not really.
Second off,
Second off, that's
missed
not what
the joke.
that's not what the joke is
You
about at
idiot.
all. Yeah, I'm saying I don't need to clarify that I'm white, but so many people are saying no. I'm actually proud of my race, and I'm like, that means you're racist.
I'm
if
actually
you're white
proud
and you say
to
that,
use a white emoji.
yeah, gross.
You hit that white emoji and you're like, hell yeah.
Got a couple people with the green frog emoji that have commented. That's apparently a white supremacist
Oh, I didn't know that.
little code thing. Yeah.
What is it? What?
Glasses of milk as well. But now I'm like, you guys don't need the secret ones. You can literally post a white person emoji now.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
it.
ultimate one.
Yeah.
Is a white person.
But there's coded ones and stuff.
Cool.
So I'm just in
Boy,
there
what
having
a
to
cool
delete
group.
white supremacist shit from my stuff all the time.
Can you imagine? Because those people do think they're cool when they're like doing the secret code.
Yeah, what?
Speaking
Losers.
my secret language.
Oh,
Shut,
God.
I'm putting
It's
a
like
frog.
when we were 6, a secret language was cool.
Was cool.
With your sibling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, only we can speak this.
Ugh,
Your
they're
parents
just-
are like, it's pig Latin, shithead. I know what you're doing.
They're saying Imte. I'm like, yeah, I know that means Tim. You fucking moron. They're posting a green frog. Like, that's going to mean something to anyone.
Cool.
Oh my God.
Cool thing you did on the
fucking
internet
zero.
today. Yeah, that's very lame. But I mean, that kind of joke is going to draw that kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
My Southern joke, I just had one guy comment. He was
no.
Russian. All he commented was, I don't like this comic.
He tried to come up with a roast for a little bit.
That was it.
And then he's like, I'm going to say how I feel.
You know what? I just don't like
I
this man.
don't like you.
I don't like this comic.
Why are you saying it like that? Is that
Because
your
that's what
Russian
it felt
accent?
like. No, that's just what it felt like. So it's just clearly a guy where English is his second language.
Yeah, yeah.
And instead of being like, this isn't for me, something like casual.
I don't like this comic.
I don't like this comic. Bad joke here.
He has bad jokes.
Yes, that's what it felt like.
This joke I do like, but that other one, bad joke.
He's like, Rosetta Stone is awesome.
He's like, Google
shit on
Google
anybody
Translate
now.
works
Yeah.
perfectly. I mean, you can just plug it in, the copy paste, throw it right on Instagram.
Yeah, so
the
that
southern
guy-
one, yeah, that would bring out some stuff. Anything to
It
do
really
with
did.
anything.
It kind of bombed, actually.
TikTok too.
I mean, I'm bombing all over TikTok. My TikTok is actually humiliating.
Well, you've hardly put anything on there.
I have like 4 vids.
Go follow Tim on TikTok.
Don't even bother. It's embarrassing.
I love that the first time you posted something, you were like, yeah, bombed on TikTok. And I looked, you had 2 followers at the time. And it was me and roommates-in-law. I'm like, of course it bombed. You got to put some stuff out there first.
Well, I'm tanking.
Okay?
My 2 followers didn't get the engine going on this thing.
Stand a chance. Oh my God. Where are we at? What do you got coming up? You excited about anything?
I mean, Tom. I'm just being a city rat for a little while, but then we got Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We got comedy on state.
Boy, this is gonna be life-changing, you guys.
It's gonna be an unreal weekend.
I'm gonna be talking about this show the way that kid was talking about the annoyance at dinner the other night.
It's gonna be an unbelievable weekend.
I mean,
February 10th.
10th, you're headlining. Right?
Comedy on state. The Young Man is featuring.
Yeah.
11th and 12th, I'm featuring for Roy Wood. Tom hosting.
That's gonna be.
They're gonna be
one of the best weekends of our lives.
Sold out.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
It's gonna be nanners sold out.
I'm not Thursday.
No,
that won't be sold out.
no.
Actually, you probably stand a better chance of selling out because Roy will sell out.
Oh, for sure.
So maybe some people on Tuesday, Wednesday, they're saying we should catch a show this weekend. Oh fuck, they're all sold out. Guess we got to go Thursday.
Well, let's see what this shithead's got.
Let's see. I mean, this guy, he has
won verified laughs in 2019.
Yeah, and that was a good year for comedy.
It was a big year.
That would be amazing if people were like, yeah, he was a JFL new face in 2013, and people were like, ooh, bad year.
Bad year.
Like wine.
A JFL sommelier.
Yeah. Ooh, 2008 was a good year.
Ooh, that's a good bunch.
Yeah.
A lot of California comics that year.
Judge whether or not your credit means anything. Oh, man. But yeah, if you're in Wisconsin, come to that. That'd be great.
Best club in the, yeah.
If you're in Michigan, we'll be heading your way in June. I don't know if we have any other dates together before that.
I don't think so.
Iowa.
Just city.
Davenport.
Oh, yeah.
Davenport.
The
We're playing
mansion.
a haunted mansion on February 6th together.
Boy, that's going to be fun.
That's going to be super fun.
Are we staying? Yeah, we got to stay.
Of course. We're going to be awake till 5 in the morning in that haunted mansion.
That's true.
Yeah, that. And then, I don't know. Just hit us up if you're in Chicago and you want to come.
We're at the factory.
shows.
We're at the lounge. We're at Zany's. We're around.
We're doing it big. Oh, Jeff Asmus headlining Zany's.
When is that?
This coming Sunday, I think.
Really?
Uh-huh. I think so. It's one of the Sundays that's coming up.
Oh, it is like the 20.
Oh, it might be
the 26th.
No, yeah, it's the 30th.
30th.
It's this Sunday. Jeff Asmus.
Chief Easmus.
He's one of the best comics I've ever seen.
Let's go check
we're
him
lucky enough
out.
to be friends with. And I think I might be hosting. I don't know.
Boy, you are really wringing everything out of that towel.
He told me I was, but I don't think I am. I think Zany's is sick of me, so we'll see.
Well, you've been hosting there for a month straight.
People are asking.
Who's featuring for Jeef?
I don't know, actually. I would assume. Actually, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, don't toss the assume out
Yeah,
there.
because then it's going to break someone's heart.
Yeah. They're like, oh, what?
But either way, he's going to murder.
That'll be
for an
fun.
hour.
Go
And
check
he's
out
one of the
Jeef.
best. Zany's Old Town, Chicago, or Sunday, the 30th. And until then, we've got new roommates-in-laws coming out soon.
Soon. We're about to write one.
We're going to write one right now. So we love you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're